just understand it. People just want to be heard. They just want to seem like they're noticed and that you're different from the next guy. The third thing I put in here that I think is important is be empathetic. Establish that emotional connection. A lot of times, consumers feel frustrated because they believe that their needs and their concerns are not being heard. Hey, what's going on? We are talking about building rapport in sales. It's one of my favorite topics to talk about here, which I'm so excited that Kelly allowed us to talk about our favorite topics. And I wanted to talk to you about just some tips and some strategies in building that rapport in sales. I know it's really hard. A lot of salespeople they want to talk a lot, and they want to feel like they can control by talking a lot. And so much, it's better to sit back and listen, relax, be smooth and easy with it. There's 3 ways that I put in the blog that I'm introducing about this that can help you build that trust over the phone, to help you to build that rapport. And number 1, first and foremost, really easy, and we talked about it before, is make each call personal. Having scripts is helpful and all that kind of stuff, but you got to personalize them. Avoid sounding like a robot or, leading through a list of like pre-written questions. They're just going to make it sound like Ferris Bueller's teacher. Instead, introduce yourself and use, some quick, simple questions to get some great responses and kind of, questions are going to lead you in a certain direction that you want to go on. I make this practice in every aspect of my own personal life. I do it at the grocery store, at kids' ball games, extracurricular activities, anywhere that I go, restaurants, whatever. I want to make sure that everywhere I go, that I am super intentional in building rapport. Practice active listening skills. Again, it's so easy as people are talking for us to want to jump in and tell our own story to feel like we're relating, or talk too much during a sales call because we feel like if we're not, then we're losing the sale. No. Ask your questions and then give them opportunity to provide you with those helpful details and those hints and those anything that you want to know. They'll tell you if you just shut up and listen. Just sit back. If you're on a Zoom call, I don't care if you put on mute. Just find a way. Repeat the key details back to them to let them know you're listening. Just understand it. People just want to be heard. They just want to seem like they're noticed and that you're different from the next guy. The third thing I put in here that I think is important is be empathetic. Establish that emotional connection. A lot of times, consumers feel frustrated because they believe that their needs and their concerns are not being heard. Goes back to those active listening skills. Showing empathy can convey a deep understanding of what their needs are, and you can break down barriers, overcome objections, all of those things, getting quickly to their pain points, letting them identify those to you, and you just listening to those and have some body language, some certain words that you use. Be relatable, be a human, listen to their stories, resist the urge to make it about you and tell your story in an attempt to connect. Be empathetic. The more you can do that, the better the connection will be, and the more they'll trust you. And that's what we're talking about here. That's what it's all about here, is building a rapport so that you can build trust. I can't speak that enough in building rapport, is building that trust. Having an emotional connection there with them is going to help you because people, again, want to buy from who they know, like, and trust. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. And I hope you enjoy the blog.